Yo, so I had another thought, and this is on a cultural note. But I'm listening to Location by Khalid, and I just think about how I love creative writing, right? Because you take a cultural, you take things that's happening in culture, and then you make a song that becomes popular because everybody knows you can send somebody a location by iPhone, right? And then he just makes this whole thing about, straightening up this relationship or whatever the case may be, and somebody that he is interested in. And the thing that makes, basically what I want to say is that Apple is very smart as well. Not to say other phone companies aren't, but Apple is smart. Because I think about things like emojis. I think about things like the fact that you can erase or unsend messages. And I be telling people sometimes, Apple is messy for that, because not only can you erase messages, but you can see when a message has been erased. I think that people like Mark Zuckerberg and the people that are over Apple are smart because they're marrying technology with culture. And when you do that, it becomes wildly popular just by virtue of the fact that they're speaking our language, man. I mean, even Bill Gates did it with Windows. You got a whole computer that's a whole computer language, but you make, user-friendly software to where we got a whole screen and an interface and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, we're doing programming just on a regular day basis through user-friendly applications. And now we have ChatGPT and AI and all of this other stuff that's ingrained in culture. It's a beautiful thing and it's a dangerous thing as well, because AI is not going nowhere. It's only going to get bigger and better. And before AI was the biggest conversation as it is now, this has been happening in our music. Like I said, with technology, the best music and the best technology is the one that speaks to the pulse of the culture of men and resonates. And so that's what makes technology and writing and movies dangerous. I mean, look at the Sinners movie. You're taking a genre of horror and you're making it relevant to black people by mixing history. Before Ryan Coogler was doing that, guess who was doing that? Jordan Peele. It's a very exciting time to be in, and it's also a very dangerous time to be in as well, because there's a total integration with a lot of things. But I just, I admire creative writing. I admire what Khalid did with the song Location, because he took a cultural phenomenon and put it in a song. I admire Apple because they do things like the emojis and being able to unsend messages, social media with Mark Zuckerberg. These are platforms that, they don't create a situation. They just light a fire to a reality that already is in society. People screaming at each other on social media, on the comments. That just reveals who we actually are at the end of the day. It's a mirror that shows us ourselves. So whether it's a phone, whether it's a song, whether it's a computer interface, life has always taught us about ourselves. The dangerous part about it is that a lot of us are blind to the mirror that life shows us. And my heart, as a believer, as a thinker, is to get us to see ourselves in the midst of all the noise of the things that should reflect ourselves to us. May we see ourselves so that we can be better as a society in loving one another. And that's where my Christian talk comes in, because that's the whole point. Society is great, but let's love one another, because that's what we were created for. We were created for love and from love. And my heart's passion is to show the world who love is. God bless y'all.